How do you turn the car rental business on its head? By targeting urban drivers where they live. Zipcar offers 3,000 cars in 23 cities, but you can't rent one at any airport.
What we're really looking at is an alternative to car ownership as opposed to an alternative to car rental.
So
we think
how's Zipcar different?
We think about transportation 1 hour at a time. So if somebody just needs to go run a few errands, we've got a self-service model that allows them to make a reservation on the web, walk to a car literally in a few minutes, get in it, go use it, bring it back. No paper, no individual at the pick up and drop off point.
So how does this work?
Well, we're going to try to find a car that starts this morning at 9:30. Right next door there's a garage. We can pick any of these cars. Let's pick the Honda Element.
Here we are at the First Street Garage. We're going to pick up the Zipcar.
Let's go.
Each Zipcar member gets a card with a wireless ID chip inside.
This is your ticket to ride in any one of our cars in any fleet from London to Boston to Vancouver now.
And that opens the door of any car, just the car that you've reserved?
It's secure, so it only opens the door of the car that you've reserved for the time slot you have.
Keys in the car?
Keys are in the car, but the car won't start unless you have a reservation that's active.
Most of Zipcar's rentals are for hourly trips. Gas and insurance are included in the price. And instead of the typical white sedan, Zipcars are more likely to be Minis, BMWs, or Jettas.
Keep in mind, we're competing with car ownership here, so we want to give them the kind of car that they would aspire to drive if they owned a car.
Founded in 1999, the Boston startup now has more than 100,000 paying members and is going through a major growth spurt. It claims to be turning a profit in its established markets: Boston, New York, San Francisco, and Washington, D.C. Zipcar manages all of its members and its fleet with only 110 employees, making it much more efficient than Avis or Hertz. The downside to not having so many cars is that if something goes wrong, a customer could be stuck without a ride. The upside is in the economics of the business. And who's your typical customer in terms of income or?
Well-educated urban dwellers, people that tend to live in the city, but the income and age range is has broadened a lot as we've gotten bigger. I think we're starting to hit the mainstream now.
How long have you been a customer?
I think it's close to 2 years.
Do you own a car?
I do not own a car. I gave up a lease on a station wagon, and I thought I'd try Zipcar to see if I could get along using mass transportation plus Zipcar whenever I need it.
About 40% of our members either sell a car or choose not to buy a car. So that's what we think of as a big disruption.
By using technology to let customers serve themselves, Zipcar is making car sharing a practical alternative. For the new Disruptors, I'm Eric Schoenfeld.